Hi everybody, this is Jerusalem Health, your clinic and school in Jerusalem. So, it's been crazy in the Middle East here. Everyone's stressed out. Shootings, rocks, bombings, the usual. And a lot of people want to know what to do. And this is an alternate approach to what to do. Is spend an hour a day practicing the deepest kind of meditation you can. And then the rest of the stuff, if you want to do that too, activism, fight the government, support the government, whatever you want to do in addition, it's great. But why not take an hour where you go inside and try to create the deepest peace that comes from the inside out. So this Jerusalem Health method, we have more than 20 points, and I'll give a couple points now just to get a sense. One is a classic, just following your breath. And with this method, we tell people just pick one of the points. Pick one of the points. Forget everything else. Just focus on that point until you really are grasping the point, holding on to that practice. And then if you can keep that practice and add in something else that supports it, great. So for instance, we follow the breath, we work with the breath, and then we notice how our posture can make the breath work even better. If we're hunched, we don't breathe well. If we're big and moving, we breathe better. And another point is to use the hands while breathing. There's a pressure point in the center of the chest that opens up the lungs. You can practice the breathing while holding the point. And this creates creative uses for the hands. You could think of the person you're most upset with in the whole world. Think of them and point your palm at them, even if they're on the other side of the planet. And just try to connect with them, try to forgive them. It's a way of focusing, and you're actually connecting to them. If you concentrate enough, you can actually connect right to that person. Another little exercise is think of the person you hate the most, and at the same time think of the person you love the most. Point one palm at the person you love the most. Point the other at the person you hate the most. Try to bring the love towards the person you're hating. Endless creative uses here. If we take an hour a day, especially if we have a computer job, a high-tech job, Jerusalem Health is starting to do more classes in Tel Aviv. If you have a business and you want us to come give you a demo class, if you're serious, we're glad to come up. So especially if you're working on the computers all day, fast, speed, radiation, stressed out, take an hour a day in nature, especially in nature, and practice something like this. Very, very deep thing to do. And if you're outside of Israel and you're watching all this war and strife going on, you can practice and try to concentrate on us here. A lot of people, they're picking sides, this and that. What we want more is people that concentrate on the good for everybody, and working at it from an internal angle. A lot of people are obsessed with the news, the peace process, discussions. How much impact does this really have? To change our own energy inside so we feel more peaceful, more settled, and more positive in a realistic way. It for sure impacts the situation. A lot of New Age therapies, they try to get people to have sort of a false optimism, false joy, and we're not teaching that. We want to practice the real deeper kind of joy, which comes from another part of this method here is we practice speaking exactly saying exactly what we want to say. A lot of therapies will teach you to say what you want to say, even if it really offends the other person drastically, and we think that's problematic. We do want to communicate to people extremely directly, but if there's if there's a way we can communicate to the person without alienating them permanently, or even for a short amount of time, that's a higher level practice. So to be able to say exactly what we want, and at the same time say it in a way that's kind, that's some real skill. Some of the people in the high tech field, even if they have a hard time admitting it, they start to feel like members of the zombie apocalypse eventually, and they start to look like members of the zombie apocalypse. A pale complexion, only inside, only staring at a screen 24 hours a day. So we want to rejuvenate ourselves. In high tech, most people, they're not broke, and so to put your resources, your money, and your time into balancing out your health at a high level, what could make more sense? We love teaching these classes. We love working with your group, especially around your personal group issues and how to really come up with a way of practicing health and meditation that fits your entire scene. Look forward to being in touch with you.